Hi guys, thanks for tuning into my channel. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button for further updates. Thank you. So let's take a close look at the foot pegs on the 650 Interceptor. Okay, let's check out this peg location, and we'll start off with the C5 first. On the C5, if you have a bit of a look, from the front part of the seat here, and you head down, and we look at this stick here as a drop, where your legs would sort of normally drop down to a peg. On a C5, your foot pegs sit roughly 6 inches forward of the Kickstarter, and that's where you get the get up and beg position. So you're up here, there's your front part of your seat, there's your drop, over that way like so. Then if you decide to get on this bike, and you can see it's a nice relaxed riding position. Then when you're up there, you've got your hands on the bar. You can see you're virtually sitting upright. So if you look at the C5, nice and relaxed, a very easy riding position. When you swing over to the Interceptor, it's totally different. Once again, front part of the seat, the rod drop, and straight away you virtually come straight onto the peg. So therefore your feet are straight down. So I'll jump on that one and we'll have a bit of a look. So you're on the bike, you're up in position, and now your legs are slightly, your knees are forward, and they're more in a Z pattern. And you're slightly forward. But at this stage there's real no problem with the position of the pegs. You know, there's no drama there as far as riding the bike goes. This is where the problem starts. So you're out there cruising along, you come to a stop sign or a traffic light or anything like that, hit the anchors and you come down to a stop and you go to stabilise the bike. Now you've come down to a stop and you throw your legs out to stabilise the bike, and look at the spread. You also see where the foot peg is hitting me in the calf muscle. And if you look forward, looking, so it's a fair spread either side you've got on the bike, which affects slightly your balance. So you can see that's where there's a bit of a drama. It hits you there, and not only does it hit you, it sticks in and really hurts the calf muscles, so it just doesn't sort of annoy you. It can sort of be fairly severe. So if you bump into it like that, you can imagine somebody grab you very hard or pinch you on the calf muscle, you'll feel it. So, you know, it's a sort of a something you won't forget, so that's keep in mind. But the way out of that would be when you come to a traffic light or anything like that, take the weight on the right side and naturally change gears that way. But it's not a major flaw or anything like that. It's a problem, but it's something you get used to. So what I'm saying to any new rider that buys a bike, rather than get caught straight off, if you're watching this and you buy one of the bikes, you're aware of it. I wasn't aware of it to start with because nobody told me about it, and no dealer mentioned to me there was a problem with the pegs poking out, and watch out you don't get jutted, because I really think if you were caught off guard it could throw you off balance or something like that, and you know, it'd be something to think about. So, but if you're aware of it, once it happens a couple of times, no big drama and you can get it out of the way. So you know, that's something for you to think about. But by the way, on the left side of the bike you've got a few obstacles there if you happen to want to put down your side stand. So we've got the centre stand at the back, side stand, foot peg, and we've got the gear changer. But if you look at it as far as the side stand goes, it's right in. So you've got to manoeuvre your foot into it and bring it out. So that's a bit of drama. I also better point out that if you want to do gear changes, it's best to point your foot in towards the motor. So you can see your foot pegs out here. So swing your toe in towards the gear shifter, and that's something you'll get used to easy, but that's only a minor thing, and I think a lot of people who test the bike mention that anyway. But the side stand itself, you can see it sitting back there, and I'll get on the bike now and just demonstrate how I swing her out. So I think the best method to get the side stand out is just give it one good one. That gets her out. And then another one to get it back in. And that appears to work all the time. There you are. And all good. Well guys, that about wraps up my little segment on the foot pegs on the Interceptor. So I hope you found that interesting, and some may find it a bit helpful. If you decide later on you want to tune in and come back, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I think, from memory, I think I could probably have 30 to 50 videos I could fire up over a period of time on, well, at least on a Classic 500, because there's all areas there I can cover as far as good tips on that bike. And I also plan to ride this Interceptor quite a bit. They'll be taken out on test runs, and I'm just waiting for a new camera to arrive, bit of a trick camera to fire a few different sort of shots on that one, so that should be interesting too. So I would say that'll be worth watching, and I'll be able to do or give my opinion on how this bike's running over a period of time, because I think it's going to be a really good bike. And where I mentioned earlier on in the video where I thought this bike would be capable of 500 kilometre runs per day, going back to this Classic 500, there have been times I've been out on this one and tossed it out and run it 300 kilometres in a day. So it hasn't just sat around and looked at itself. Well, not this particular bike, but other C500s I've had. And these C500s, for anyone that's interested, you know, if you put these with a sports exhaust on it and stuff like that, you know, you can never underestimate these bikes, because you can have a real lot of fun on these. I don't know how much fun you can have on this bike yet, but I know you can have a great deal of fun on one of these. And they'll put a smile on your face at all, any time you take them out, and they get a lot of attention, and you know, that's something to think about. So if you ever see a Classic 500 going along, never write one off, because they are a really nice bike. And I suppose if you ever see an Interceptor on the road, compared to a Classic 500, they are a very fast bike. But anyway, thanks very much for tuning in and watching this channel, and I do hope I see you all again, and thanks very much for watching.